'cause every time I see you, you always have the scoop. And I ain't got the patience to deal with you and everyone's issues. Ha. Petty boo, you gotta go.
Welcome to Soapbox Heroes. My name is Tyrone Irvin, and today I am fortunate enough to be here with one of those woo 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 hee, one of those singers. The singers be, and I'm not jealous a lot of people that could do this. It's a particular craft. It's something that takes a lot of practice and a lot of, I guess, just natural ability, in which I don't have. All right. And so there is somebody, and I heard her sing at another office. We were in a meeting, and she came, Faith.
Yeah.
Faith Hustle.
I came to see Faith.
You came to see Faith, and you got to woo, 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 woo. And I said, all right now, okay. I had to stomp on the ground a couple times and stand up and clap, and you was doing your thing.
Yeah.
We got Ashten Music with us today. Ashten, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. It's funny. Before we started, I said Ashten Music, and she said, "Well, Ashten," and I said, "Well, what about the music? What about the music?"
So music is my identifier.
Okay.
Because of course there are other people out in the world with the name Ashten. Mm-hmm. You got Ashton Kutcher, right?
Yeah, we talked about him.
And
and you pretended like you liked him.
Don't do me. I like Ashton because
like
I love me some Ashton. Don't do me.
You were like,
Don't do me. Don't do me. But okay, so the other thing that I get all the time.
What?
Ashten Martin
music.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? So see,
that messed up the music part for you.
So I have to kind of make that distinction so people know that it's me.
Me.
And not the other folks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Let's talk about the Ashten, the me.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Ashten.
From?
So I'm from Houston. Well, I was born in San Antonio.
Okay.
Raised in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I've pretty much been here my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a singer-songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
I've been singing for pretty much majority of my life.
Okay.
Like most singers.
Songwriters.
Yeah.
Singing. Okay. Who else are me? Ashten the me. Or what are you, like I'm a Sagittarius. I like long walks on the beach.
It's funny that's the first thing you say, because I am a Sag.
Is that right?
I am.
Okay. What's the characteristics of a Sagittarius? I don't know.
So so Sagittariuses, we are fun. We're fun-loving. We're free spirits. We like to have fun. We like to have a good time. Mm-hmm. With that being the case, sometimes we could be a little flighty.
Flighty as
meaning we can't commit to certain things. Or I think it's just like a little hint of ADHD. We kind of just bounce around a little bit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we love adventure. We love to have fun. But don't mess with us, though, because if you piss us off, it's going to be a problem.
What kind of problem? Like break your window problem or curse you out problem?
Probably neither.
See, well, that's not, that's not
It'd be something. Look, it might be something to put me in jail, and I'd be trying to avoid that.
Ooh, wait a minute. See,
look.
See, when you said neither, I kind of went like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. Mm-mm. And then you go straight to jail?
Well, yeah, we might.
Okay,
that's why we try to avoid those things. Okay, we try to keep it fun and happy and light, because we don't like that part. We don't like that side.
Okay, well, everybody.
But we'll go there if we need to, if provoked. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we try to avoid that for the most part.
Pay attention.
Just
pay attention. We here with Sagittarius.
Yes,
we'll do. Okay, the Sagittarius in you that sings.
Yes.
Okay, what's your favorite things to vocalize about, to sing about? Is it love? Is it emotion?
Course.
Do you what is it?
Love and sex. That's always been my thing. Love and sex.
Hold on.
You know
me. I just said This is about to be very interesting. Love and sex. To love and sex.
To love and sex.
And sometimes you can leave out the love.
And just the sex. And have the sex. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to drink to that. So.
Yes, indeed.
Love and sex.
Yes.
Are those things, okay, do that give you something to draw from when you're writing music or when you're singing? Is it something that you connect to?
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely personal experiences. But I mean, of course, I might have a conversation with a friend about different things, and it may spark some inspiration and may turn into a song.
Talking to your friends spark inspiration.
Yeah.
Are you ever singing? I always wonder this. Are you ever singing like at somebody directly? You don't gotta say the song if that's the case, but I just mean
say that. I wouldn't say that, but it's funny that you asked that because in one of my songs, actually at the very end of the song, I say, "If you think the song is about you, then it is." So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, that's open to interpretation,
and that's what I love to do.
Oh, see.
All the time. I want to make you think. I want to see where your head is at. I know where mine is at. But I want to see where yours is.
Okay. What's the balance of the music? Is it more sex, more love? What's the balance? What's the ratio? Is it 50% sex, 50% love? Is it 90% sex and 10% love? What's the ratio? What's the makeup?
I'd like to say that it's 50-50.
You would like to say? What is it?
I mean, that's my guesstimation.
That's your guesstimation?
It's just a guesstimation. I'll say 50-50 because, with love and sex, it's just so many different things. I mean, and they kind of go together sometimes, and sometimes they don't.
Okay.
And then, of course, relationships, kind of all go into that. So I would say maybe half and half. We'll go with that.
Do you people that sing about relationships, you singers?
That's a feeling. That's a feeling.
That's a feeling?
That's a way to express the feel. Like, you can say the words, but there's no emotion attached to it. So you have to add that little extra, like you say, or that little extra oomph first.
Do that again.
A little something, just to emphasize. Huh? I ain't showing off.
You showing off, huh?
But you gotta do a little something just to, spice it up, so people can really feel the emotion that you're trying to convey with the words that you're saying.
So
if that makes sense.
You have to captivate them with your words or with your singing.
I think it's both. It's both because it depends on the person. It depends on the listener. Everybody hears everything different. Some people listen for the words. People are really drawn to lyrics. But then you have other people who don't even care. Who don't care about what you're saying. They worried about the track.
Right.
Is it banging? Does it make me bob my head? Does it make me snap my fingers? And as long as it does that, I don't care what you're talking about because I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to that. So there's some people who do that. And there's some people who listen to it for the whole package. How it was actually arranged. What little pieces you hear here and there throughout the song. Because I'm one of those listeners. Like, I listen to every single detail in the song. Is that
because you're an artist yourself?
I think so, for me. But I've always been drawn to arrangements and just how you hear, like, little ins and outs here and there throughout the song. Or you'll, because sometimes they'll put certain sounds in the left side opposed to the right side. So it kind of tricks you, and you have to kind of really pay attention. So, I've always been really drawn to that. So I pay attention.
Vocal
to
arrangements,
the small details,
or like musical arrangements,
both,
or both.
Both. I listen to what the producer puts in there. Just that one little sound may make a difference, or one specific riff they played or whatever melody they played. It makes a difference.
Give me something that you like as an arrangement, so when people watch this, they'll think about you. They'll be like, "That's you know who else like that? That's Ashten music. She like that."
So like an arrangement is like how the notes were put together in a song. One thing that I really hone in on when I'm making my music is like how I'm singing these certain pieces. You know, how do I sing the oohs and ahs? Do I go up or down? Do I go left or right? Do I do a run? Do I not do a run? Well, while I'm singing this note, what is my other note doing? Like, how's the harmony? How does it go together? How does it fit? So I pay attention to that stuff. And to me, it makes a huge difference. It can make or break how the song itself sounds.
See, you said something a little while ago when you're showing off again. You said the ups and downs, the oohs and the ahs, the ups and the downs. So I know a ooh, but then you said the left and right. What's the left and the right? What the hell? What is the left and the right when you singing? There is no left and right. For me, it's up and down, and it's mostly down.
Well, it depends on where you are on the scale. Because, I mean, you know, if you're facing a way where you can only go up or down, you can only go up or down. But if you're facing a way that can go left or right, you can only go left or right. So it's all about what you make of it.
So I would know that if I could sing.
No, that's just me talking.
That's what you're trying to say.
That's just me talking.
Trying to say I would know that if I could sing.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm
No.
it don't hurt. It's all right. I'm used to it.
Look, you know I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil now.
You should.
I always do.
As you should.
Always do.
Okay. Singing about sex and love. Do your friends talk to you? Do they come to you about the relationship advice because you sing about the sex and love?
It's not even about the singing. I think for me, the Sagittarius in me, I'm
the crazy. The go to jail if you mess with me.
Well, this is the non-crazy part of me. You know, I'll listen, but I'm not judgmental.
You guys are multiple?
We're multitaskers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say multiple people.
Could be. Okay. Depends on the person and the day and the hour.
I was going to say understood, but I'm going to just nod.
Look, again, that's just me talking. I'm just being silly.
But they come to you. Do they come to you for the advice?
Sometimes they do. And again, I don't think it's necessarily because I need you to make a song about this. It's more so, you know, I listen. And I don't judge people. You know, I'm one of those people. If you're going to want to come talk to me about it, come talk to me about it. You know, I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do unless you ask me, you know. But you know, I'll let you get it off your chest.
Right. Well, I judge people all the time, you know, just a little bit.
I mean, we all have our moments. But, I mean, at the end of the day, when we want to vent without feeling constricted. And, you know, saying your most deepest thoughts, and sometimes you can't get that out, and so it's good to have a person that you can go to that you feel comfortable enough to be yourself and to really just say what you need to say. Right.
Who do you think who's your audience? Who the people right now that you feel like, you know, showing you the most love, that feel your music the most?
For me, I'd have to say it's definitely the grown and sexy crowd.
The grown and sexy.
Yes, grown and sexy crowd.
The grown and sexy.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, so grown and sexy. I'm going to say maybe 21 to 25 and up. Probably more 25 and up. But I mean, my biggest fan base are the men. Men. That's the bit, you know, and which was a shocker to me because, you know, I would have thought that with the kind of music that I made, there would be more women. Yeah. But it's not that way. And, you know, I had to have a conversation with somebody, and it was like he was saying to me how, like, when he listens to the women when they're singing, it's more so I'm listening to you talking to me.
Oh, so
and I'm like
vicariously living through the like you talking to 50% sex, 50% love.
So I made that work for me.
Okay,
yeah,
that is very interesting. I would think that your demographic would mainly be both more of a 50-50.
Yeah.
Who do you make music for?
Anybody who loves music. Anybody who likes R&B, R&bass type style music. R&bass. You don't know about the R&bass?
I'm about to.
Okay. So R&bass is a subgenre of R&B.
Subgenre of R&B.
Correct.
Okay.
So, like when you listen to me, you always gonna hear that big booty bass. on
that
the track.
Big booty bass.
That big booty bass, the
I know what you
808s,
mean.
that, you know what I'm
That
talking
boom.
about.
Yeah.
That hip hop bass. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I live for it. I have to have it. So if you hear an Ashten song, you know it's gonna be some bass in it. And so that's kind of what you got. That's what you get with R&B bass. So it's like the R&B feel, but it's got that like super heavy bass in there. So yeah.
Okay. What about ballad or up tempo? What's your pocket? Which one? What do you
mid.
like the most? More mid?
I'm mid. Because
Okay.
I'm cool.
Cool.
You know, I'm cool. I'm calm for the most part. Yeah. So I'm more of a mid. I would say that outside of mid, if I had to choose between up tempo and ballads, I would do ballads. But people ain't trying to hear that.
Well, what? You see, I can't.
And I hate that. I live for that kind of stuff. So that's what I grew up on. You know.
So you think people don't want to hear ballads? Why?
I think that we've lost what R&B is, or what it originally was, if that makes sense.
What was it originally?
I mean, it was all about, I mean, you really heard blues more, if anything, which, of course, rhythm and blues, right?
Right.
You got that, it's the feelings, you know? And I think a lot of people don't want to deal with their feelings, you know?
Damn.
It's real, you know? People be hurt. And so, you know, they like to go for the music that doesn't cause them to address their feelings.
Feels good.
It feels good. Yeah, just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, for the most part, I mean, yeah, people, they want to escape their world.
Because the ballad does take you to wherever the singer's coming from, especially if it's good. And is it more of an emotional thing?
Absolutely. It's all the feels. So you had that raw emotion. You have those lyrics where, you know, they're talking about like some really heart-wrenching stuff. Or on the other end, you know, if it's a love ballad, then it could be, you know, I love you. Well, yeah, then
see, yeah, a lot of people will listen to that
because people like sex.
And people like ballads, I think.
It makes the world go around, you know.
Well,
making more people.
It does make more people.
It does make more people.
That's for sure. Okay, the ballads.
Yeah.
Okay, when we say people don't like ballads, is it younger people that don't like ballads? Is it the radio that don't like ballads? Are they not received? Who is the?
I think so.
Who are those people?
I think so. But I mean, then again, at the same time, I feel like it kind of just depends on the environment you were in, if that makes sense. Like, if you grew up in a household where all you listened to was trap music, do you, what are the chances that you will more likely be able to latch on to that opposed to something else? Not saying that you can't,
right?
But I'm just saying that that's more than likely what you're going to be drawn to. For me, it was R&B music. That's what my parents jammed all day, R&B. So I'm an R&B head. Did my parents listen to rap and hip hop? Yeah, but it was more R&B. So that's kind of like what I went with.
Yeah.
Did I explore other genres outside of that? Yeah, of course. Does everybody do that? Not necessarily. Okay. It just depends on, you know, your environment and what you're exposed to. So that's my thought.
But you like ballads?
I love ballads because I like to sing. So, you know, put a ballad on and I can sing. Whereas you put on an up tempo, there's no vocal. Yeah. It doesn't require any vocal capability, if that makes sense.
I feel like ballads, you get to hear the full, like you said, raw emotion of the singer, and you get to hear the different ranges and things like that.
There you go.
Do you think it'll come back?
It's always possible.
Make R&B great again.
I'm working on it.
Can we make you a hat?
You can make me a hat. I love hats.
Make R&B great again.
Make sure it's green.
Make sure it's green. Yes, green, you do love green.
Because that's my favorite color.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A little green hat.
Do you remember the first song you performed in front of people?
Ever?
Yeah. Or you know what? In front of people that were looking at you and
Never.
It meant something.
Okay, so
Old enough for people to judge.
when I was in 4th grade, right? This is how my parents knew I could sing, because they didn't know I could sing. I was that kid who was always like super private. I kind of like locked myself in the room and would just sing to my dolls and just perform in my room for hours, And my parents are just like, oh yeah, she's in there having fun, whatever. Just, do your thing. And so I went to school in A-Leaf. So they have, after elementary school, you have intermediate school. So that's like 5th and 6th grade. So 4th grade, you have graduation.
Okay.
So we had our 4th grade graduation, and the principal actually called me up and was like, Miss Ashten, I heard you could sing. And I was like, well, how do you know that? And she was like, because your teacher told me, because I made my teacher listen to me on the blacktop. I told her, I was like, her name's Miss Jones. I said, Miss Jones, can I sing for you? And she was like, sure. And I did my thing, and she was like, oh. So then she tells the principal, and the principal's like, hey, I think you would do really good doing this song. So it was that song, I Believe in the Power.
I believe in the power.
I believe in the power, and I never ever doubt. Every minute, every hour, I believe. That song. You remember that song?
Again. I don't remember. But
you don't remember that song?
No, sing it again. Maybe I remember.
Somebody remembers
it. Do it one more time.
I believe in myself, 'cause I know I get my help from the power in the sky. I believe. So yeah, that was the song we did. And I told my parents I had a solo. And my dad was like, oh, for real? Okay. So he's preparing the family like, okay, y'all, Ashten gonna sing. I don't know if she can really sing, but just clap for her. Just clap for her, okay?
Just clap
for her.
You did good, girl.
Yeah. And so I got up there for my first time ever, and I sang the song, and my parents and everybody else were just like, oh, okay.
She can sing.
Alrighty then. And from there, my dad was like, okay, you know what? We can do something with that. And we just pretty much ran with it from there. So that was my first real performance.
It came back to you.
I mean, yeah. It was a monumental part in life for me. So,
it was monumental just now. We all kind of just looked at each other like, did you hear that? I looked at Niall, looked at Baby Brown. Did like that. Very talented.
Thank you.
Very talented.
Thank you.
Can I learn to sing?
You could.
Could you teach me?
I could teach you to hold the note. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't want to hold a note. I want
to. Come on.
You playing with me, right?
Mm-mm. Come on. You want to learn? Let's do it.
All right, do it again.
You flat. Do it again. Lift
Lift
them eyebrows. Sing like you got a string. See, a little better. You see, you getting it. You just gotta keep practicing that. Yeah, but you gotta have that little string in your head.
Y'all see, she gave up on me already. She said, just
keep going. You gotta practice.
Yeah, that's like when somebody got an ugly baby. That baby cute.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that to the baby. Be nice to the baby.
We will be nice to the baby.
Be nice to the baby.
We'll be nice to the baby. Let me ask you, I want to ask you a little bit about your journey. You've been singing for a while. Mm-hmm. What's something that you have learned on your way? And I don't want to just ask in a general manner. What have you learned, something that you didn't like about this journey of trying to let your artistry be known to the world?
Ooh.
Oh, ooh.
That's a good question.
Damn it, thank you.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I'll try.
The one thing that I didn't like is people telling me what I can and can't do.
Ooh.
Period.
What have people told you can't do?
Well, Funny story.
Okay.
I actually quit music because of it. But I became a mom. Mm-hmm. And the general idea was, well, if you're going to be a mom, nobody wants to work with you. You can't be a mom and do this. And to some degree, I think it's the male mind, and that was my thing.
Okay.
And mind you, these kinds of things were coming from men.
Okay. And I'm a man, but speak it.
I'm just being real about it.
And as I expect you
not
to.
until recently, people have been more open to the idea of a woman owning her truth.
Truth as in what?
Being a woman, women have babies. We do,
Right.
I think that part of it is because you're a mom, you might not necessarily be desirable, or you can't do certain things because you have to make arrangements for people to watch your children. I mean, people do it all day, every day.
Right.
Even outside of music, regular job, regular 9 to 5. Guess what? When you have a baby, you take your little time and you go right back.
Right.
That whole time you working before you have the baby, though, did nobody say you couldn't work?
Right. Even if you took time off or something else.
Even if you took time off. So to me, it's no different. But that was not the attitude that that I received from the individuals that I was dealing with at the time. And so it crushed me because it's like, well, damn, I guess I have to give up. And so I did.
Wow.
Sucks, right? But eventually, so like I didn't sing for like a long time.
Just completely.
I stopped.
Stop.
Like I was
stop doing shows, or you
everything.
just quieted your voice.
Period. I stopped. I let it go because I was like, okay, like I was in the process of doing shows, preparing to go on tour, and all of these different things, and of course, that happened, and it's like, well, all right.
Right.
Have a nice life.
Right.
And it's like, granted, like I said, things are more different now compared to what it was back then.
The industry has grown.
I think so.
The males in the industry
yes.
has grown.
Yeah.
By force or by choice?
I'm going to say by force.
Okay. Some forceful
because
changes. Because
women jumped in. Women jumped in and said, we're not taking this no more. And just like, when women jumped into the workforce, when the men were off at war, we had to jump in and take care of things and handle business.
Right.
So again, it's the same thing. We came in kicking doors down and making things possible for other people to come along and be successful.
Right.
And I think one of the other big misconceptions that a lot of people have is if you're not like in the spotlight, because I mean, everybody has their, I don't want to say 15 minutes because it's not always necessarily
their
15
time
minutes,
to shine,
but everybody has their time. And people think because if your time isn't here yet, or you're not in that element, that you're not successful. Not realizing how much you can do without being necessarily in front of that spotlight.
Right.
There's so much money out here to be made. There's shows. There's work, songwriting, getting music published in movies and TV and all that kinds of stuff that doesn't require you to have to go and step foot on a stage.
Right.
All these people in the background doing this stuff that you don't hear about.
Right.
That are very successful.
Right.
But again, people have that idea that you have to be in the limelight to be successful.
Right.
And so I learned, like a light bulb went off for me when I learned that there's so many other things that I can do with music and as an artist, and to be able to, to grow and to, be successful in my own right. Because what you might define as successful might not be my definition of successful.
Right.
Everybody measures it differently. So with that in mind, it was just about changing the narrative for me and just making it work for me. And I did.
What made you jump back in the game? What made you jump back in did you miss it? Did you just feel, were you empty, or did somebody just say, hey, come on, Ashten, you need to get this done?
My husband. My husband. Yeah, so again, I had like a whole album that I had recorded before everything happened. And we would listen to it every so often, And one day my husband and I were listening to it. And he was like, Ash, that's what you're meant to do. He's like, you're good at what you do. Because, I still work a regular job. I work a 9 to 5. I have a regular job.
Right.
And, he's like, you do great at your job. You're good at what you do. You're good at virtually any assignment that they put you in. You're good at it. You go and you shoot for the stars no matter where you are.
Right.
With that being the case, that's not where you're supposed to be, baby. And he's like, that is what you're supposed to be doing. That is when you're most happy. And you're meant to do it. You have it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You're probably right.
You're probably right.
You're probably right. Okay. Testimony. I want to say right after he and I had that conversation, I was like, okay, I'm going to hop back on the music, but I need some money. Right? So we went to the casino. We went to Kashada. And on the way to Kashada, I was like, Lord, first off, give us traveling grace, right? And I was like, Lord, you know what I'm trying to do. If it is your will, and if that's what you really want, give me some money, because I need some money.
You asked God to help you hit at the casino.
I know it sounds bad.
Yeah, that's what you asked you.
But it was a blessing, because I was in there for no more than 10 minutes, and I hit the jackpot.
You hit?
I hit the jackpot.
Ding, ding, ding.
I hit the jackpot. I was literally at that machine for 10 minutes.
Wow.
10 minutes. I put only $20 in the machine. That is it. And I hit the jackpot.
$20.
That is all I put in the machine.
Around how much was it? I have to ask. I want to know.
It was like $3,500, which is nothing. It's not a lot, but it's a good start.
Wait, hold on.
It got me started.
Did you just say that's not a lot of money?
Because
let me have $3,500 then.
I need that $35.
That's a lot of money.
But for me, it was a lot, because
it is a lot.
Well, it is, especially if you get started. You know what I'm saying?
I'm serious right now.
Okay, so I got the $3,500, and I was just like, okay, well, I know what I'm doing with this money.
Yeah.
And I took it and I used it to invest. And, I've literally been doing it ever since.
Has it made you happier?
Yeah. I love to make music. I love making music. I love writing. I love arranging. So it just makes me happy.
You drifted off.
I love it.
It just makes me happy.
Look, it does. It does. Like, for me, it's a release. So for me, it's like, no matter where I go or what I do, as long as I'm singing, I'm good.
Where do you see your music going in the future?
I would like to say to the tippy top,
the tippy top.
The tippy top. But the way I've always said is, I'm going to just go wherever God leads me. And if he wants me to be at that level, then fine, so be it. But if it's at a point where maybe I'm just writing for other people, because I want to do that, writing for other people in the background, I'm totally okay with that too.
Yeah. How do you get somebody a song? I got a song I wrote. You want to hear it?
It does work like that sometimes for some people.
Really?
You got to be in the right places. But like, there's like different places you can go and like submit music to certain artists. Like I'm with Taxi. I don't know if you've heard of Taxi.
I don't know.
But so Taxi's like an independent A&R company. It's an independent A&R company who helps like shop your music for different placements, whether it's TV, film, artist placements, actually recording artists, deals, like all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna send them a song or 10.
You can. But yeah, I mean, why not? It's another way to make money.
Wow, I'm learning
a good way to make money.
Okay, is there any type of okay, so you do the R and bass.
Yeah.
Are there any other type of musical styles or sounds that you're thinking about exploring? Is there something that you want to tap into? A little merengue or a little bit of, give me something else. What else is it? That's the only thing I know. What else we got?
That's all you know?
A little Scottish music or a little
what
heavy
about
metal?
Alternative?
Well, heavy metal, alternative.
You know what I would really like to do? House music. That's kind of what I've been looking at lately.
House music.
AKA EDM, I think that's what they call it now. But house music, like
remember Robin S? There was a song, "My Planet's All, Welcome to My, Set Me Free." No,
I don't know that one.
Damn it.
Okay, you know who I think of? Because this is the person who inspired me to do it. Was Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey?
Every album, she would have at least one house music song on there.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember Mariah Carey singing.
Yeah.
No house song.
You know, the one that stands out to me, I'm trying to think, it's like on the Daydream album. It's like the second to last song on there. And it's kind of like a breakdown of Daydream, the album.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Every time you dip into my dream. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. If I act like I don't, will you keep singing it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like that kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely want to, kind of get into that. Just something different.
Is it like producers you'd have to find for that? Do you already, you know which way to lean to get
I'm
that? I'm
looking for that. I'm on the look for. So I'm looking out for that. So if you do house music or EDM, holla at your girl, because I need some of that in my life.
Some EDM or house music. I think somebody
more on the house, heavy on the house.
I think Niall just raised his hand back there.
I saw the hand go up.
I seen the hand go up. Yeah, cheers to the hands going up.
Cheers to the hands going up.
Cheers to the hands going up. Oh man. So I want to ask you one last question, and we got something special. I asked Ashten, I said, can you sing a couple songs? And she said, yes.
I sang a little shum-shum.
Little shum-shum.
A little shum-shum.
Little shum-shum.
A little shum-shum.
What you working on right now? What you got in the mix
right now?
Because look, I'm like, hey, Ashten, can I get you to come in this day? You one of those let me check my calendar people.
Because I be going. I don't know how to not go. I be going. But right now, I'm actually preparing for the next release of my EP series.
Okay.
So what I've been promoting is my EP series, Anomaly, which means something that differs from the norm or something different.
Myself.
Yeah.
I like that.
So Anomaly.
I like that.
And what this project was, it was kind of a mental health project for me, but it was a way for me to open up and talk about more than just love and sex. So it kind of, it was an anomaly for myself, and just allowing my audience to kind of, just get a different feel from me, to hear about the different things that go on in my mind, because nobody really knows unless you tell them. So yeah, right now we're promoting that. What I have out right now, the first episode or the first EP episode. So the first episode's out already. We've got 3 songs on there. We've got Guest List, Strong Enough, and Petty Boo.
I saw Petty Boo.
Yeah, you saw Petty Boo? Okay. So, yeah, so I have videos for all 3 songs.
You got videos.
And they're all tied together some way, somehow. So you have to watch all 3 videos because you'll get those Easter eggs from the other videos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we did that. And now we're just preparing for the next release, which is going to be tied into the first one.
So you're weaving them all together. So at the end, you can say, those were interwoven.
And they shall be.
I'm cheesy sometimes. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
I am too. Don't worry. We're going to be cheesy together.
We just going to be cheesy.
That's fine.
It's all good.
That's fine.
Let the people know where they can find you. Being cheesy.
Yes. So you guys can find me on my website, www.
On my website?
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. We keeps it official over here.
Like a referee?
Yeah. So Ashten, ASHTEN, music, music.com. If you guys sign up, you get a free download. So make sure you do that. But of course, you can also find me on social media. I try to keep it simple, easy to find me. Ashten Music across the board. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. That's where you can find me, boo-boo.
Ashten Music across the board.
Across the board.
And the music is just to define.
Yes. My identifier.
Your identifier.
That's it.
Yep. You know what? I was going to make that the last question, but you said something earlier that I can't really get around.
What?
When you're talking about your latest project, you said it was therapy for you.
It was. Yeah.
Okay. So making music and writing can be a form of therapy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because sometimes, you just can't tell people stuff. Or sometimes you can't put what you have to say into words. But I can sing it. I can sing those feelings. I can sing those emotions.
Do you feel relieved after?
Yeah, I do. I feel great.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I had to ask you that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
All right, you guys. I'm going to come back with Ashten. We're going to be set up. She's going to do a little bit and all that good stuff. It is, of course, is going to be a lot better than that. We're going to be right back right after this.